Good afternoon. I'm Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Rant and Randy's Rant for the day after Christmas, December 26, 2019. And I thought I'd come on a few minutes early. I'm expecting a call back from my wife's doctor's staff. Uh, about getting extra help for Grace and I this coming year, where the prescription costs won't just totally wipe us out. I wanted to start off today and talk about something positive that I did not realize about Ted Turner. And I watched this show on CNN International last night. It just happened to be passing through all the channels, and I said, wow, CNN International, with the program being Ted Turner, Captain Planet. And if you'll remember back when Ted Turner started at CNN, who was some of the people that were on there right from the get-go, and he was backing up? Jacques Cousteau. That's where we heard about Jacques Cousteau. And turns out that Turner has always been a champion of this earth. He had a dream to bring back the bison. He's done so. He started out with 3, and there are thousands now on his ranch. To keep it going, I saw the interview last night, and I'm going to record it in the next couple of days. It'll be coming back on with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. His children run a foundation and has spent $400 million to save this planet. The gray wolf found their own way to Ted's ranch, and a lot of other species also. Over time, his bumper stickers have evolved to now it's save everything. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Not all of it is bad stuff, and found out something about Ted Turner. They're even interviewed. We know that Jane Fonda is a climate activist. So this was so positive that I wanted to get it out to all of you before I get fired up. And I will be doing a mail call at the end of this. I don't want it in to lessen the fire that I try to bring you in my rants. Let's see where we're going to start. And somehow I always lose a page. And of course, this will be going back to, let's see. All right, Rachel, 12/24/19 on Christmas Eve. She had a story about Stephen Miller. And he goes back, Stephen Miller goes back to a law by Calvin Coolidge that passed in 1924 that drastically cut the number of Jews, Italians, Greeks, and Eastern Europeans that entered the country. This prevented hundreds of thousands from coming to the U.S. in the 30s, fleeing the Nazis. Stephen Miller is connected to white nationalists according to his leaked emails. And then look at the policies at our border. This is Stephen Miller policies. That's why he needs to get his ass out of there. Donnie doesn't need any help being a Nazi. Oh, I always get upset. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That's not all you get, Donna Corsi. There'll be more of beating Donnie before this is over. I'm having to read through this as I go. Oh, this is from Lawrence O'Donnell, The Last Word, Holiday Edition again. What did we do? December 11th, 2018, Donnie in the Oval Office threatened to shut down the government if he didn't get his damn wall. And Pelosi and Schumer were at the meeting. And that we know. He shut down the government. He lost. He had to start the government up again. Acting like a child. That's why I'm going to be reading my book by an MD. I'm going to start on that. That's where I got my Albert Einstein quote that I had out there. I got it from that book. That was before you even get to the introduction. What that book does is look at his childhood and the way he is now from the viewpoint of having him on the couch in psychoanalysis. And that man has written, I think, 3 different books. He did one on Bush. He did one on Obama. And when I read more in the book, I'll find out what that was about. Something he was saying about him made him the way that he was when he was in office. And that's Obama. So I will get to that on another show. Now let's look at the evidence of what we've got. The Mueller appeared before Congress in a hearing the day before the perfect call. Isn't that fantastic? He was worried about the Mueller report. So what's he do? He goes ahead and goes after Joe Biden and Hunter Biden in his call. That perfect call, they are counting on. None of his defenders were reading the transcript. In fact, they were going to put out, read the transcript. They won't do it. Just like Kevin McCarthy the other day saying, read the transcript. They don't want you to read the transcript of the IG report because you won't put together the lies that he's spouting out of his mouth. That's why they hope you don't read it. And when checked with Trump supporters about the Mueller report, did you read the report? No, they didn't read it. Same thing's going to be with the IG report. They won't read it. Down. All right. Let's get on down through here. Oh, and I thought this was amusing. It was thrown in the show. It's a little out of context to mention it right now, but here we go. Kentucky and Louisiana lost governorships in both after Donnie held rally for both of them. Oh, that kills me. I have to keep this light. You can't make this shit up. How long is it going to take Republicans to learn they don't want him to come rally for them? He makes them lose. And they had Katie Porter clips that showed how Katie can take on the big corporations in congressional hearings. And she was asking some of the CEOs why they're saying one thing to Congress and another in court. The exact opposite. So are they lying to the courts or are they lying to Congress? Excellent, excellent from Katie Porter. Uh, let's see. Oh, I just saw a story this morning that those caught up in those ICE raids, which they arrested something like 700 uh, illegals. Now that they have found some that turned out they weren't that illegal, that they're going to deport them or barred from working. Churches are helping out these people, and I guarantee it ain't right-wing Bible thumpers that are helping them out. Let's see. And this is one of the last things we already covered. Ted Turner, I never realized that about him. And Trump's been firing off from Mar-a-Lago tweets. And I thought impeachment didn't bother him. Turns out, yes, it does. It's bugging the shit out of him. And he has to rip Pelosi over withholding impeachment articles. There's nothing in the Constitution about delivery to Senate, to the Senate. There's nothing in our Constitution about that. Now, GOP's Murkowski is down on them for prejudging the impeachment and says, wrong, you can't do that. I didn't want to make this one a long one today. It's laundry day here. Grace has been busy down the hall. Now this is where I have to get sloppy, and I don't feel I'm good at it. Maybe you do, and then I'll speak to everybody before we wind this up. Then I've got mail calls, so I don't know what kind of order I'm going in this. Again, made a special trip about my P.O. box. Your cards and letters are greatly appreciated. Grace and I love looking through all this stuff we get in the mail. And Blue Dots, you can contact me on Messenger, and I'll be glad to provide my street address. It's just, I don't want it out there publicly. So the P.O. box is the way to go for others. Even if you don't like what I'm doing, let me know. But this way, you're not finding out where I live at. All right, let's get to some of this mail. All right. I got a card from Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton. And we'll show you this. And of course, we'll go up on my wall and I'll read it. And it's the lighting in here is funny when you try to do it on video. May all your Christmas wishes come true this year. Have a joy-filled Christmas. Love, Steph and Jay. Well, I love that. And Grace getting a kick out of seeing that too. And of course, I keep up with all cards. When I take them down, I will still have them. Next, let's get it out of here. All right. And this is from Donna Bonacorsi. Merry Christmas, Randy and Grace. Thank you for all you do. May your Christmas be blessed with peace and joy. Love, Donna B., your Blue Dot sister resistor in Boston. All right. And she also sent us a donation with this card. And now I would like to thank all that have supported me in the fundraiser has ended. I also will again remind people, if you missed that, I do have the PayPal account in the name of Randall Curvin. I prefer you get in touch with Messenger because it gives my email address is supposed to be the link, and on the phone, that's what PayPal told me. That is supposedly the link to my personal account with PayPal. So I thought I would let everybody know that. Now I'm going to look through and say, well, there's Bernadette. I see her. There's Linda Douglas. There's George Murray. And hello, Carrie. I don't know which Carrie that is, but I'm sure someone. Hello, Linda Calabro. Let's see. And that's what it's about. And I see that somebody is speaking. Oh, Linda Douglas is speaking to Velda. Hello, Velda. All right. Hello, Carrie Thompson. All right. All right. Hello, Lisa S. And of course, there's Velda. And best of luck, Linda, on that chemotherapy starting tomorrow. Hang in there, girl. We're all thinking about you and praying for you. Let's see. Well, I love it. You only got a good number of people out here today. And after all, this is for the Blue Dot family. You see, I've rearranged my Blue Dot back there for now. I don't want to take it off the sticker that it came from Rose Taylor with until I get kind of more of a, perhaps even a different place to do this. I'm running out of space, as you can see back here. But, and I would be failing. Got to beat the hell out of this guy. And it does calm me back down after I get a little bit excited. I'm trying to hold down the anger, hold down the cussing somewhat. But as you know, it's necessary. Uh, I may be preaching to the choir, uh, but I'm finding that some are shaking loose from it. When my stepson, his in-laws are totally Republican. They don't even view TV, so I don't know how they stay informed of anything. But I think it's basically they're Republicans. They have to go with the Republican. Uh, but you would think that, you know, they would want to get a little better informed since the man did get impeached. And hopefully, my stepson, Chris, is, uh, he says it's fun watching Fox. But now he's starting to see that maybe it's perhaps a little one sided the way they view the monster in the White House. And hello, Brian. Just saw you pop up in there. Oh, you're up there, and you said hey to me. All right. Oh, I hate hearing that, Linda. You had pneumonia. I know what that's about from a few years ago. I've been lucky here in the Midwest. It's dry enough that when I lived in Georgia, I had walking pneumonia several times. Don't have that problem here, and had very few colds while up here. Yeah, how about that? How about that about the fake news? Fake news, and Chris Wallace comes out railing against that. That is good news on a positive point. Uh, I believe the man is a conservative. He is a journalist, but he does not side with Donnie on trying to interfere with our freedom of speech. Anytime he puts down uh, freedom of speech, you've got to wonder what do they want to settle for? State TV, Fox Spews. That's the reason I have a little more respect for the big Fox, which Chris Wallace is a part of, because he takes them on with some tough questions sometimes. And I like that about him. But I will let you go. Didn't want to take up a lot of time. And it struck me funny. Brian, Mitch is going to lose support. Shit fixing to happen. I'm sure it will, because they can rail as much as they want. Pelosi's a very wise woman. She will do what she does, and Donnie and Mitch and Graham can forget it. They're not going to pressure her. The longer this goes on, the more evidence that turns up, and we can even go back and impeach on more articles if necessary. So we will get a fair trial in the Senate. If they don't want to do it, keep investigation going, keep going, keep it going, because there's more coming in every day. We're finding out about cover-ups and everything else is going down. We're finding out about all these Russians connected with the money for 2016 and even for 2020. They've been sending money. All right. I love my liberty. I love being a guardian of liberty and a guardian of our freedoms. This is something the Blue Dot family, uh, we are ready for. We will get people registered, since they have, in 2 different states, they have purged from the voting registration around 500,000 votes. And you can count on it. They'll do anything they can do. To them, it doesn't matter how they win, as long as they win, because they are a minority. All right, I'll let you go. Peace. Resist, persist, and insist. Let me get out my card. We're going to keep dogging them. Call everyone you can think of in Congress. If you can go in person to their office, please do. I'm 132 miles from the State House here in the capital of Jefferson City. We have no representatives for anybody here in Kirksville, Missouri. And that's what I insist on. We keep calling them, letting them know, Democrats and Republicans, that we have to have a fair trial. Investigation would still go on, because there are other articles that can be brought up. And if the Republicans, Murkowski is turning around now a little, I'm hoping that 3 or 4 more will, and we can get that fair trial in the Senate. That would send Donnie through the roof. He would literally explode. That orange head is. All right, I will let you go. Have a good evening. I'm looking forward to the Blue Dot family meeting tonight. We're having delicious roast beef tonight, so we won't be running out. We'll be here. I'll be out there on chat, and I look forward to seeing all of y'all there. So have a good one, and we'll see you a little bit later on and tomorrow on Facebook. Share this shit, America. I love you, Blue Dots, and I love my country. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.